Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The East. And this is a new war drama from director Jim Taihutu, and this is a Dutch film focusing on a young man who is sent to Indonesia post-World War II to suppress all the independence efforts in their colony in Indonesia. And this film is intense, and this is starring Martin Lekmeijer as Johan, our main character, and Marwan Kenzari, who plays a very intimidating leader of this group who's sent over here, this commander. And basically, this film is very raw, very intense, and Taihutu, who directs this film, is able to inject with a... It's interesting using like a handheld cam in this film. I wouldn't expect this kind of film to have that kind of filmmaking behind it, but it does work in terms of creating this raw and intimate feel in the middle of this intense, violent, and suspenseful situation. And there's a lot of intensity in this film. There's a lot of scenes that build up tension. Whether it's scenes of interrogating these rebels as they stand there with guns pointed at them. How far is it going to go? You have scenes all the way up through the end of the film where there's a heightened tension of violence being threatened upon our main character, upon rebels, upon everybody and anyone. And there's always that chance that somebody's going to get hurt. And whether there's a romantic subplot that goes awry, and that sense of duty, that paranoia, that kind of messaging that's pushed into the brains of these young men to question everything except their loyalty to their country is a really powerful thing. And that intensity and that paranoia build up a lot throughout this film. And this film pulls no punches. It is violent, it is bloody, it is gory, and it does not shy away from the brutality that was present during these militaristic suppression of these colonial people in this time of unrest after World War II. And there are some emotional moments where it builds up to something that it's hard to watch. This film is hard to watch at many moments because it does not shy away from, like I said, the brutality of this reality, of this story. And we are on this journey with this young man who's basically taken on a descent into madness and darkness and really brought down to the darkest place he possibly can be. And that's hard to watch. And you have Martin Lekmeijer, who does such a great job in this leading role as Johan, capturing that descent, that change in character, being pushed, being on that emotional roller coaster, and he's able to channel that. You have Kenzari, who's able to embody this dark entity, this commander. Because, there's so many films with, evil, militaristic characters, and he's able to pull it off, and he has that presence, he has that mustache, he has that intensity, that presence to really sell this character and strike fear in the other characters in this film. It has a geopolitical perspective as well underneath of this colonialism and this imperialism, which still through World War II was very much a big part all across the world. And you have these challenging moments of orders versus doing what's right. And of course, a lot of military films, war films, always come back to that kind of balance of, do you do what's asked of you, or do you do what is right and what you should do? And the finale of this film puts you in a very intense and challenging and suspenseful situation that leads you into another very intense situation filled with tragedy and regret and pain. And this film takes you on a roller coaster. It's a 2 hour and 20-minute film, so it does get a little long in the tooth at times, which might take you out of the film a little bit. But if you stay in it, you buckle into the end, this will take you on a journey that is intense and raw and you won't soon forget. So I definitely think this is a really incredible war drama, has a lot to say, with powerful performances and filmmaking that puts the audience in a challenging position to really take a look at the horrors of war. So go check this one out from Magnolia Pictures. But those are my thoughts on the East. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.